When you hear the saying, floor it, this is usually what you picture. But you know, there's a lot of work going on between the accelerator pedal and the wheel. One area that may be overlooked is the constant velocity joints connecting the drive axle. The drive axles transfer the force generated by the engine from the differential or transaxle to the drive wheels. The drive axles are flexible assemblies consisting of inner and outer constant velocity joints. Both the outboard JEPA joint and the inboard tripod joint are completely flexible, but the tripod joint also has the capability of moving in and out. Diagnosis and repair of the CV joints are covered in the drive axle section of the service manual. Most conditions are caused by external damage to the seal or clamps, leading to contamination of the joints. If you're getting a bad feeling or start hearing things, it may be an indication of a worn or damaged joint. A clicking noise while turning may signal a worn outboard joint. A clunk sound when accelerating from coasting also may point to a worn joint. And a vibration during acceleration from a stop may indicate worn joints, a sticking joint assembly, or excessive joint angle. Any of these conditions will lead you to clean and inspect the CV joints for wear and damage. Remember that when working with drive axles, don't allow the joints to overextend, which can cause the internal components to separate and fail. Now, there are differences between the drive axles used on passenger cars versus full-size trucks, but the CV joint assemblies operate in the same manner. Be sure to check the appropriate service manual for details. First, the outboard CV joint assembly. Once you've removed the retaining clamps and seal, use tool J8059, a pair of snap ring pliers, to spread the race retaining ring and remove the CV joint from the axle shaft. Tap on the CV joint cage with a brass drift enough to tilt the cage and remove the first chrome ball. Then tilt the cage in the opposite direction to remove the opposing ball. You'll repeat this process to remove all 6 balls. Pivot the cage and the inner race 90 degrees to the outer race and align the cage windows with the lands of the outer race. Now you can lift out the cage and inner race. Rotate the inner race upward to remove it from the cage. Clean the inner and outer race assemblies, the cage and the balls with a cleaning solvent to remove all traces of grease and contaminants. Inspect the entire assembly for any unusual wear or cracks. Clean the axle shaft with a wire brush if there's any rust in the seal mounting area. If any part of the assembly shows wear or damage, replace the entire assembly. Now, before reassembling the CV joint, place a new retaining clamp on the seal and slide the seal onto the axle shaft. It's important to clamp the seal using the proper tool, or the joint could be contaminated. Use seal clamp tool J35910 with a breaker bar and a torque wrench. On CK models, a swage ring along with a retaining clamp are used to retain the seal. When assembling the CV joint, you'll need the drive axle service kit for the vehicle you're repairing. Put a light coat of grease from the service kit on the inner and outer race ball grooves. Reassemble the inner race and cage and insert them into the outer race. It's important here to check that the retaining ring side of the inner race faces the axle shaft. Again, using the brass drift, tilt the cage and install the first ball. Tilt the cage in the opposite direction and install the second ball. Then repeat this process for each of the other balls. Pack half the grease from the pre-measured service kit into the CV joint and half into the seal. Then slide the CV joint onto the axle shaft. The retaining ring will engage with a click when it's in the proper position. On CK models, clamp the CV joint seal with a large swage ring using swage clamp tool J36652 and split plate swage clamp J36652-1 or -2. The inboard tripod joint attaches with a bolt-on flange on CK models and installs over a stub shaft on passenger cars. Now, after cutting the retaining clamp and moving the seal, slide the housing from the tripod joint assembly and shaft. Clean off any grease inside the housing. Spread the spacer ring using tool J8059 and slide the ring and spider back on the shaft to access the retaining ring. Remove the retaining ring to slide off the tri-pot joint assembly. The roller bearings and needle rollers at the end of each spider trunnion provide the assembly's wide range of motion. Be sure to handle the tri-pot joint assembly carefully so that the roller bearings and needle rollers don't separate from the trunnion. Clean and inspect the assembly and the housing for any unusual wear, cracks, or other damage. And clean any rust from the axle shaft. On passenger cars, you'll find a tri-lobal tri-pot bushing that attaches to the housing. Inspect these for any unusual wear as well. When installing the tri-pot joint assembly on CK truck models only, use the convolute retainer from the service kit to ensure the tri-pot joint assembly is properly positioned on the shaft. And by the way, you should never reuse either the seal or the clamps on either end of the axle. When you place the tri-pot joint assembly on the shaft, make sure the counterbore face of the spider trunnion faces the end of the shaft before seating the retaining ring and spacer ring in the grooves. Place about half of the grease from the service kit in the seal and the remainder in the housing. On passenger cars, place the housing over the spider joint assembly on the shaft and slide the seal over the tri-pot bushing. It should be positioned at the proper vehicle dimension. Check the appropriate service manual for the correct specification, and this applies to all models, passenger cars as well as trucks. Also, on CK truck models, you'll need to swage a new ring on the seal using swage clamp tool J36652. Make sure the seal, the housing, and clamp or ring all remain in alignment when either swaging a seal retaining ring or latching a retaining clamp. So now, if a customer comes in with a drive axle all out of joint, you'll know just what to do.